Hi everyone, it's Maurie Pickering here, owner of Pickering Automotive Group. Very excited today. We're doing our first showcase on our beautiful Alfa Romeo Giulia. Been waiting for this car for some months, the Quadrifoglio. We only have 12 cars left for allocation on this motor car for 25-26, so we thought we'd take this opportunity to review this car. It's a very special car, in my opinion. It's a very underrated car in really in the market position when you look at it against an M3, for example, or a C63 with a V8 engine. I don't think you compare it with the four-cylinder version that's been around and a bit of a failure, to be honest. But this has the lineage of the V8 cut down to V6 turbo Ferrari engine, 2.9. And it has around 500 horsepower in the old terms, I suppose, and 375 kilowatts. So we're going to go out today to my mate's place, dude, Paul Morris, out at the Teen Driver Youth Training Centre. And I'm going to get him to review the car with us, and on the way out we're going to do some video content and I'll talk more about the car. I've had the car for about a week now. It's just, to me, someone just said to me, you know, it's one of your favourite cars. I think, look, we're going to be reviewing cars every week, so it's going to be a very exciting program for people to be involved in and follow us. And I think, you know, it's a great thing for me. I mean, this is my 44th year in the car industry and have done a lot of businesses over the years and worked in the car industry, but I've also been very privileged to be involved at a level where I just love motor cars. Now we're in race mode here, putting around in Southport. It's probably race mode and that sort of thing is really not the process, but it's certainly this dynamic program. We've got, you know, all weather. We've then got a sort of a neutral position. We've got dynamic and race mode. I noticed, you know, there's a little bit of programming to setting up race mode, because really you should be going on track. You have to turn up your lane departure warning and, you know, forward collision warning, because if you're actually on the track and you've got lines and lanes and whatever, we don't want to be fighting the steering wheel. And obviously if you're trailing someone, we don't want the forward collision warning going off all the time. But, you know, it's not for just putting around, but it is again, the exhaust note, I think, that gets most people in. I think, you know, a C63 has a beautiful exhaust note, an M3 has a beautiful exhaust note. This car likewise has a beautiful exhaust note in the race mode. We'll get to show you a bit more about that. It is a car, I think, you know, this car's a drive away for $175,000 in Queensland, registered on road. You can spec the car a little bit higher, but again, I think we don't have carbon fibre brakes on this car. It doesn't have carbon roof, it has carbon bonnet, which comes standard on the Quadrifoglio. So this car has steel brakes as normal. 6-piston Brembo calipers on the front, 4-piston Brembo calipers on the rear, and cross-drill rotors. Now, in old days of motor racing, you'd be pretty happy to have that brake set up. Again, this is a sports sedan that's a lightweight sports sedan, and really for the money, I think it's a tremendous valued motor car proposition for someone who wants to be a little bit different with beautiful, elegant styling and really enjoy their driving. Let's talk about the ergonomics of the car. I suppose the beautiful steering wheel here, you know, you've got the Alcantara leather inserts in here for the typical 3-position, 9-position on your steering wheel. That's the traditional driving point that's recommended. Obviously a lot of people have driven, and race car drivers I've seen over the years have driven with their different hand positions. Obviously you see in most cars today, if you look at NASCAR or the boys racing supercars, they're quite close to the wheel, and you know, a lot of people I tend to see sometimes they've got their hand way back and they're resting way back. Doesn't really give you the good feel or control of the car. But I won't give driving lessons to people in this video, but everyone's got their way. Importantly though, it does have a beautiful outlay here. We've got twin, which is the traditional style of Alfa Romeo, the twin round dial gauges here. Obviously you've got all the technology over here with your satellite controls and all these sorts of, you know, when I say Bluetooth connectivity and, you know, sat-nav, forward contrition, blind spot monitoring, active lane management, all those sorts of things are standard and safe, built into the car for safety features. Your dual air conditioning controls, obviously you've got different ports and things like that, but importantly we've got real carbon fibre in the car, not pretend carbon fibre on the doors, dash, through the centre console. Obviously you've got a lovely charging dock here also for your phone, and obviously with Bluetooth compatibility. Hi everyone, it's Maurie Pickering again. This is part 2 of our showcase. We finally arrived up here at Norwell with Paul, Dude, and Dude's going to take the Quadrifoglio Giulia for a drive and give his 2 cents worth. And I'm excited about this car. As I said, Paul, before, it's been months in the waiting for this car to come. We only have 12 of these cars coming for obviously some select customers which will acquire these over the next 6 to 12 months. And it's a great opportunity at this facility. And thanks for welcoming us back, mate.
And we've got some wet weather, so we can...
Yeah, we're on the Gold Coast today, so yeah, you're gonna certainly test the car. You know, obviously it's got all different track modes and that, to which Paul will go through, but certainly it's a great opportunity to exemplify this technology in this car, the safety in the car, and importantly the spirited performance of what Quadrifoglio stands for. So I'll let you get in, mate. You ready to have a rock?
Mate, I'm keen to get in. I've read all about these and never had a go, so...
Yep, let's go.
Keen to give it heaps. Go, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
It's not turbo, is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, then. Swear in an M4 or something, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Swear you're in a Beamer.
M4, M3, yeah. M3's all-wheel drive now, apparently.
It's good enough, you can just click a gear up and
Yeah, you just
let it rock
let
off.
the torque drive the car without being right on the edge, throwing heaps of revs under it, you know.
Right, mate, that's a new undie.
Beautiful motor, lovely gearbox. What did you think of the driving?
Mate, to tell you the truth, I could have shut my eyes and thought I was in a BMW
Right, okay.
or an AMG, you know. It's just that sort of feel. Like
Yeah, well, that's a good comparison.
and I've done a lot of them. I've read about these cars, but that was my direct comparison. It's at that level. It's probably a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Italians do, you know, the comfort. You found that the sitting position, the seats, you know, like just straight up.
Yeah, straight away when you jump in it, you feel like you're part of the car. And to drive a car in that high performance mode, you need to feel the car. But if you're sitting on the car, you can't. So
They say
you
the
feel
feel
through your
for-
bum
you
and the
feel
steering
through
wheel's
your
in the
bum,
right position. So little things like the footrests right where you want it, the gap between the pedals, your right and left foot are exactly where you want it.
Yeah.
So it's,
I was interested to see in these conditions when you put it back in the all-weather mode.
yeah.
We went through that. That completely changed the safety of the car, firstly, and just the way, you know, you couldn't really get into too much trouble. You had it on 100% throttle there on a couple of occasions, and that was just like so much car control. You couldn't overdrive the car, could you?
No, it'll. I think it's a matter of knowing your ability and selecting the mode for your ability. So if you're going to go into performance or race mode, you better know how to race or
Otherwise, you're going to do that.
You will.
Real quick.
You
Real
will.
quick.
But that's the thing about that. Select the mode you need, and you'd have no trouble taking that to a track day, would you?
No, look, you know, with 12 of these cars coming, and it is the last of the cars for 25, 26, as I said, we've been waiting for months for this car. But this is important to evaluate with someone of Paul's quality of standing and driving, what he candidly thought about the motor car. It's fine to drive it around the road, but someone who's buying this motor car is going to want to actually find out, you know, what's the edge of this car like? Does it do what it says, really? And this car, I think, delivers that in spades. I mean, it's just a great car and value for money, in my view. Twice a lot of money, respectively, $175,000. Comparing that to an M3 at 240, 250 today.
Yeah, way in front.
You know, you're way in front.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, the DNA, a lot of these cars today, I don't know, we're following a bit of the electric, I don't know, these fronts on these cars. And they're, you know, this still has so much character with the V-grill carbon fibre splitter. You can look at it and go, it's an Alfa Romeo, straight away. It's just got the, you know, got the nice shape going for it. So
there's still plenty of Alpha Purbs out there, isn't there?
there's still a few Alpha Purbs there. So, yeah, look, ripper, mate, for coming and allowing us to come to the track today, and really appreciate the opportunity. Mate. So appreciate our collaboration with Pickering Auto Group. How's that all going with the youth driver program?
Yeah, numbers are up, mate. Straight away, we saw the impact of having you guys involved and just having that community reach.
Yeah.
Gold Coast. Try and get into some Brisbane people now.
But, mate, thanks again. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. We'll bring out and showcase another car in a couple of weeks.